Hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens in Tokyo, Japan. And today for lunch, I'm heading over to a restaurant that serves a traditional version of Japanese sukiyaki. And sukiyaki is an amazing Japanese dish. It usually includes some vegetables and tofu and thin slices of meat, which are all bubbling and juicing all together. I can't wait to have lunch, and this is going to be a traditional version at an old restaurant in Tokyo. We made it to the restaurant, and it's within this covered alley market walking street. And this is the restaurant right here. They have a very old looking glass cabinet with some plastic meat, slices of meat on display. And we're here a little bit early. I think they're gonna open very soon. Hello, is it open? Open now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
People.
Two people. I just missed it on camera, but they beat the drum when you walk in here. This is an amazing, like, traditional feel to it. Wow. Oh, cool. This is awesome. Oh yes, we're getting the Japanese, Micah, we're getting the Japanese style room. Thank you. Before we've even ordered or tasted the sukiyaki here, I'm already loving this restaurant. And I think they do have tables where you can sit down, but they also have the traditional Japanese setting. We got the Japanese tatami floors. There's a Japanese garden outside. We just got our order, and they have a gyu nabe set, which is a beef set. And then you order rice and miso soup and Japanese pickles. On the menu here it says this is an old standing 100-year-old restaurant. But I'm not sure when this menu was made. But I think it's definitely over 100 years old, and you can tell it's over 100 years old when you're in here. Oh wow, that beef is incredible. Oh, and now she's gonna light up the stove here. So first she added on the beef fat, a chunk of beef fat. Oh, that's gonna have some incredible flavor. And then there's also some...
Japanese shirataki.
Oh wow, and in goes the beef. Oh, mix the egg?
Deep eat.
To dip in the raw egg,
egg.
And then eat.
Eat.
Thank you. We are ready to start digging in, but she did this so quickly. She added on this big chunk of beef fat, and then she put on some meat. She put on some of the leek and some of the mung bean noodles, and then she added on some of that beef, and well, she did that so quickly. But we have a number of rounds. We'll definitely have a few rounds of this same thing. And it's getting cooked way too fast. Let me open up my rice. And what she said to first do is mix up the egg. Beat that egg. Oh, and this is the dipping sauce for sukiyaki. Okay, and look at that meat. Look at that slice of meat. Is that a one-biter? I think it is. Okay, I'm going into the egg. Oh yes. Oh, that is insane. Look at that bite of thin meat and just dripping in egg. Raw egg. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that just melts in your mouth. Oh, it's fatty. And so juicy. Even though dipping in raw egg, it might seem a little adventurous or a little strange, but I can assure you that it is just amazing. It coats the meat and just adds an extra dimension of extra richness, like a saucy, almost like dipping like crab into butter, but dipping marbled beef into raw egg. Flavor is salty, it's a little bit sweet, it's so pure, and that beef is just ridiculously tender. As you can see from that insane marbling action. The lady serving us, she's also really nice and friendly, and she told me that you take the spoon, take some of the sauce, sukiyaki sauce, onto the rice, and I will probably go in for a leek as well. And I have to dip it into that egg, then onto the rice. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's amazing. I love how it just stays bubbling. They also have some vegetables over here, which I think it's chrysanthemum greens. And definitely part of what makes this so incredibly good is this lump here, which is just pure cow fat, which just slowly bubbles in there, and it starts to get richer and oilier, and you can taste that beef flavor. It is insane. I think the one bite slice was a little over the top for that quality of beef. It was, don't get me wrong, it was amazing, but I think you could cup this into quite a few bites. This is a little more done for but that's because I sat here and talked for too long. You gotta be quick about this. But for my other pieces of beef, I'm gonna keep them pretty rare. I'm a rare kind of guy. And in the meantime, oh, it's so hot. Wow. It just keeps getting richer and oilier, and the flavors are all mingling in that sukiyaki pan right now. It's time for round 2 of the meat, and I'm gonna add some more of this sukiyaki sauce because it's starting to get a little bit dry down here. A little bit of sauce. Oh, that's kind of thick on its own. It's like a little bit of a sweet soy sauce blend. Okay, I'm gonna go for this piece of beef, and just look at how insanely marbled this is. You have to get a really close-up look at that. That has to be like 95% fat with just streaks of red meat in it. I'm just gonna set this in there, let it just absorb for a few seconds. All right, perfect. Into the egg. A baby could definitely eat that beef. It just is completely, utterly soft. Oh, I hope it nampao. Yeah, that's what we need. Getting too meow and too sweet. Next up, that noodle. That noodle has been marinating in that sauce and just slow boiling for a while now. It should just be packed full of flavor. That's gonna be hot. That's really, really good. Oh, and you can add water. Thank you. Okay, it gets sticky a little bit. Okay. It starts to get a little bit sticky, and kind of burnt, so you can add water to scrape up all that goodness flavor. But those noodles are good. They have a real bounce to them. We finished off that round, and the best thing about it is that there's a few more rounds to go. I'm gonna grab some more vegetables. We've got the chrysanthemum. The chrysanthemum greens are going in, and some of those leek, because those leeks are the bottom stalk, so they take a little while to cook. And then another round of tofu on the side here. The tofu is actually incredibly good too. It soaks up all of that fat and oil and the broth. And then the noodles go in, and the beef. There are a couple of the small slices in the middle, but then on the edges here, look at this piece of beef. Oh, okay, that's how tender it is. It will just fall apart in your chopsticks. But look, just gaze into this. Gaze into that marble. Set this right, just drape it. They look like curtains of beef. Drape that right into the middle there. Another big slice here. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. The red marbled meat, the chrysanthemum greens, the leek, the tofu. That is so artistic. That's a painting that I want to eat. I think this round is ready. I do not want to overcook that beef. Okay, and definitely one of my favorite things about eating Japanese sukiyaki like this is that raw egg. It makes all the difference. Well, okay, the beef makes all the difference too, but that egg, that dip, like super close up. Oh, I think I got some yolk on my chin. The beef just melts in your mouth. The like slightly slimy egg just coats it in goodness. And their sauce. Oh, you can hear the drum as when someone comes in, they bang the drum once. The sukiyaki sauce here is also very good. You kind of got to control the balance of it because you add some sauce, and then as it cooks, it reduces and gets saltier and sweeter and almost turns to like a sticky paste, but then you can add some water to balance that off. The time has come for my final piece of beef, that slab. And for this one, I'm gonna crank up that fire. I wanna get the fire up, I wanna get it really bubbling, boiling, and then I'm just gonna dunk that slice of beef in there and just let it simmer for a little bit. You can see that piece of fat lasted throughout the whole meal. And as that has kept on simmering and it's almost like fries, but boils at the same time, so it just releases more and more flavor. So sukiyaki is a dish that keeps on getting better as you keep on eating it. It sort of boils and absorbs and just, oh, it's just everything you could ask for in a thin slice of beef. And I did get another egg too. I had to get another egg. You cannot, you just need to keep on dipping. Oh, that's a bite you're gonna want to savor. Oh, it just melts in your mouth. Okay. That was incredibly delicious. The meat, I just still cannot even dream. I can't believe how marbled that beef was. It just almost pure fat, but I guarantee that it tastes incredible and it will just melt in your mouth. And then the sauce, and I love this is just a traditional Japanese style of sukiyaki. It's one of those restaurants where you almost would see this in a movie. It's the traditional Japanese style dining, amazing sukiyaki. We got our bill here. Even the bill is in a pretty retro looking little plastic sleeve. Our total bill came to 10,010 yen. And that was for two people. We had 2 plates of the special beef plus the side dishes. So it's a mid-priced restaurant, but well worth it for the atmosphere and the food. This place, it really, this place really feels like you're at grandma's house. The atmosphere is fantastic, and they have little private rooms. It's wooden. It's the red carpet. Oh, and you pay up here at the front.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shoes.
Oh, shoes. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you. After a meal like that, I need a shoehorn. I can't. Oh, that works incredibly well. All right. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was such a cool sukiyaki meal, and they're all really friendly too. And this beef display cabinet looks like it's been around since the beginning of this restaurant. Classic. One more thing I forgot to show you is that the receipt, they printed off like a little certificate, a sukiyaki certificate. Maybe this is could this be like a old traditional style receipt? In any case, that's awesome. I'm gonna keep this as a souvenir, a sukiyaki souvenir. Whew, that was fantastic.